Hi, I am Zigzag Claiborne. I am a science fiction writer out of Detroit, and I've been asked to talk to you for a few minutes about Afrofuturism. What is it? What could it be? And do you even have to have a definition for it? All right, the answer for the last one is no, you don't, because there is no one definition for Afrofuturism. Afrofuturism is you using your imagination to show the world as it could be. And that's a very powerful thing to do. I mean, you look at our history of entertainment now, and it's been a Euro futurist view. And it's been that way for a long time. We now have Black Panther, we've had the Star Wars movies with Finn as the main character. So Afrofuturism is definitely here to stay. It never was gone in the first place. There's always been writers of our hue, Black people, African people, who've written science fiction. I mean, way back in the day, people were doing science fiction. W.E.B. Du Bois did science fiction. Um, Today, we have Nnedi Okorafor, we have N.K. Jemisin. Matter of fact, N.K. Jemisin is the only writer, period, who has ever won 3 back-to-back Hugos, which is like the Oscars for science fiction writers. We've got Charles Saunders, Milton Davis, Maurice Broaddus. There are so many Black people who are writing science fiction now. Myself, Zigzag Claiborne, I'm out of Detroit. I write science fiction. I love science fiction. I grew up with science fiction. Star Trek, Twilight Zone, Lost in Space, all those old shows, and hopefully y'all can, Netflix them or something, because they're still out there. But they were fun and they were cool, but very rarely were we represented. So now we have this movement, which is what I prefer to think of Afrofuturism is. It's more of it's less a literary thing. It's more of a movement. It's a way of life for me. It is taking the past, because in a way, Afrofuturism is all about the past. It's taking what was happened before, our history, our cultures, and it's moving that not just to the future, but filtering it through the present and moving that to the future. If that makes sense to you. Science fiction is all about stuff not necessarily making sense. But yeah, Afrofuturism is about past, present, and future. And it's not just, the Black guy is the hero, or the Black woman is the hero, the Black person is the hero. It is about how people relate to what is around them. I mean, narrative is story. Story is everything in your life right now. Everything is story. So how you relate to your neighborhood, how you relate to your school, how do you relate to this country, United States of America? How do you want to relate to it? Okay? That's where Afrofuturism comes in, and that's where your imaginations come in, and that is what this class that you are in right now is all about. There's nothing more powerful than the imagination. So you need to write, you need to draw, you need to sculpt, you need to make movies. That is Afrofuturism, because if you see yourself in the future, you see that you have a future, that's power. Afrofuturism is power. It is not power given to us by anyone. It is power that we've always had, always used, but now others are seeing not so much the value of the power, but the potency of it. I mean, look at Black Panther. Black Panther, even though it was made by Disney, which is a huge multi-billion-dollar conglomerate, people around the world lost their minds just from the trailer, just from seeing the trailer. That alone lets you know that there's always been a hunger for our art, our visions, always. And I mean, that's almost a given. If you look at anything right now, music, fashion, we are generally the first off the block with it. And that's the same thing with anything else. It's like we exist in a state of creativity. You exist in a state of creativity. I want to drill that into your heads. You exist. You, right now, listening to me in this grainy tape, exist in a state of creativity. And there is nothing more powerful than a creative mind. Please take that to heart. There is nothing more powerful than a creative mind. So you are my Afrofuturist, every last one of you. In 10 years from now, when they're giving out the Hugo Awards, I expect to see some of y'all in that audience, if not all of you. 20 years from now, I expect y'all to be doing recordings like this for the next generation of people who want to see what they can turn this world into. I hope that this has been interesting to you. I don't want to go on too much longer and bore you, but please know that your creativity is what fuels this entire world. Okay? Thank you.